NU, 2-1 against Adamson. Winning set number 3, 25-21 on the heroics of Myla Pablo.
Yes, that's right, Eric. This is how they won that first set. Pablo was scoring, of course, in offense and getting her spikes through. And the second set talagang nanahimik yung offense nitong NU eh. For the side of Adamson, this is, we're not used to seeing this from Adamson, especially we've known them to be a very strong defensive team. That's where they're good at, that's where they excel. Pero mukhang ngayon, they're just looking at each other and letting those easy balls just drop on the floor. So a big difference in the performance of Adamson. For the side of NU, Salibad making sure that the sets are reading the right distance from the net. You can see Nimpa Moceno scoring. You can see even Dadang scoring from the middle. She had around 2 or 3 middle attacks. Yun yung sinasabi natin na parang weak point ng opensa ng NU. But they solved that problem here in the third set. And really an overall improvement in the performance of NU in that third set.
And the very crucial points of set number 3 as well na magandang tingnan dyan, Doc, is yung depensa ng NU. Doon nila nakuha yung crucial points para lumamang at 20 all and then para matapos at 24-21. Puro sa depensa, sa block nakuha ng NU yung panalo nila over Adamson.
That's true. Starting it from the block, they were blocking excellently. When it came to the floor defense, they had a lot of good saves and good reads on the offense of Adamson. And even yung mga kita natin kanina, a lot of those exchanges, Adamson had a lot of open hits. Yung walang blocker o isang blocker lang, pero yung floor defense ng NU kept that ball alive and they managed to get the point in those long exchanges.
Ito po yung binabanggit ni Doc Ian kanina, yung mga tao slowly but surely trickling in.
Yes.
As we are just in the first game of our Wednesday doubleheader. Ateneo FEU coming up later. Gusto natin mabigay yung exact time kasi medyo yung dalawang team na to mukhang ayaw pang tumigil, ayaw pang magbakasyon, and they really, you know, obviously only one will come out as the winner, and both teams are very hungry for it. Both teams coming off a loss. Adamson against FEU, while itong NU against UST.
That's right. Itong Adamson, Coach Minerva calling a timeout at 23-20, down by only 3, but after that timeout, yun yung error. Nagkaroon sila ng problema, and that really turned things around. Wala na, and you don't expect that from an Adamson timeout, huh? So,
and the set was put up for Pao Soriano pa, no? You didn't expect her to back away. Namalilito all of a sudden as 2 aces coming from Pineda here gives Adamson a good start here in set number 4.
All right, so reception problems hounding NU to start off this fourth set.
Let's check in with Bea Coronel.
Well, Eric, Mommy Dulce gave her girls the most important and probably the biggest reality check they've received recently. Laro ito, hindi ito practice. Now, that being said, they have to maintain their focus and not be content with making mistakes. Now, despite losing that last set, they did so without reaching their full potential and utilizing their strongest move. So, Mommy Dulce reminded them that if there's one set to unleash all of that, it would be this one. Eric and Ian?
Thank you, Bea. Their backs are against the wall. If they don't win this, they go down 3-3 in the standings, and NU will go up 2-4. So, kailangan talaga ng Adamson dito makabawi and win 2 straight sets.
That's true.
Dadang is, or make that Aganon is rejected. Pablo. Vasquez, nice dig. Okinlog finally makes a reappearance after being quiet in the last 2 sets. And scores a point para sa Adamson. She's had her problems, especially in set number 1, pero she seems to be on track here to start set number 4. Let's check in this time with Nico Ramos.
Thanks, Eric. Well, the last time his team won a set, they lost the next one. That's why Coach Francis Vicente told his girls, do not relax. You have something to prove to me. Prove me right when I tell you, you will win this game. He also pointed to his bicep and to his head, saying, walang puwenta yung lakas kung wala kayong focus. You have to make sure that you play intelligent volleyball. Now, earlier, he pointed out that his girls needed discipline, and that's exactly what they showed in that last set. And he says that's exactly what they need in this one to cap the win. Sabi niya, wag na natin itong patagalin. We have a chance. Let's win now. Eric?
All right, thank you, Nico. Indeed, no, that should be the case. That should be the mentality. We have it in the bag. We have it in our hands. Let's not let it go. Pero Aganon with a couple of errors here in set number 1. I'm not saying it's all her fault, pero that contributed to this 5-point lead at the start of set number 4 para sa Adamson.
Well, it seems that Adamson again picking up the pace after that setback in the third.
Well, they must. There is no other way for them to get back here. This is saved, was it? No, that's beyond the antenna of the net. Pero great effort coming from Galang, the libero of NU.
7-1. Ang laki na agad ng lamang.
And most of these points, as you take a look at itong attempt to save it, most of the points of Adamson coming from errors actually of NU.
Ayun, kita mo yung linesman natin waving the flag, signaling that that ball is beyond the antenna.
Pablo. Ooh. Adamson is playing their A game today, and why not? Or at least in this set, why not? Because they're down 2-1. 8-1 is the Lady Falcons lead in set number 4 over NU. Back here at the arena in San Juan for the final game day of 2011 para sa ating women's volleyball tournament. Speaking of the women's, seeing action today, itong Lady Eagles of Ateneo at 4-1 will try to maintain that second hold at the second spot in the standings as they take on the Lady Tamaraos of FEU. Coming up, second game today before we break for the holiday season. Good start for the Lady Falcons at 8-1 in set number 4. A set they need to win as Byron mishits that completely.
Well,
as well as they played to set number 3. Gano'n naman kasama yung lalo ng NU ngayon.
And Coach Francis really, he doesn't know what to do with the girls right now.
Napatawag yata ulit ng second timeout si Coach Vicente dito sa set number 4. Let's listen in. They're down by 9.
Lady Bulldogs.
Nagre-relax kayo eh. Mag-receive. Ikaw, umako ng receive. Huwag mong titingnan si Kai para makapag-receive. Hindi libero yan. Napapagod din yan. Ikaw ang gagawin mo lang, di-depensa, re-receive. Hindi ka man lang nagse-service eh. Hindi ka naman pumapalo, hindi ka naman setter. Anong gagawin mo? Enyo!
Well, Galang, the libero, got an earful from Coach Vicente because yung last serve was an ace para kay Makatuno. They're down by 9. It's not impossible, but it's going to be a really tough climb for NU here in set number 4 if they are to close it out here. Zapanta.
Finally, NU gets a point on the board, but like what you said, it's going to be a tough climb. 8-point lead.
8 points, ano? Hahabulin mo agad.
Carmina Agano serving for the Lady Bulldogs.
Kinlog is blocked by Dadang. Over reception on the part of Nepomuceno. Zapanta. Pinalusot sa blockers.
Through the block.
And you really
Serving.
different sorts of disarray in this set, no? Lahat. Blocking, may puwang, and reception. Wala. And sayang, they could have gotten a point out of that exchange, but they threw away a free ball instead to Adamson.
And nothing really going right. Even yung mga palo nila, no? This was clearly read by the defense. And a solid block on the part of Adamson. Pablo.
Ooh, almost going in. Good thing that Kinlog had her hand over her face, no? Had her hands over her face kasi mukhang diretso sa mukha ni Kinlog yung bola na yun.
For NU.
Good dig.
Ooh.
Joust won by Byron. Free ball para sa NU. Nepomuceno. Pinalusot kay Kinlog.
Ooh, Zapanta.
Through the block.
Hitting it off the block.
Zapata off to a good start here in set number 4, and they're going to need her help
Serving
and
for
more
Adamson.
if they're to send this into a 5th set. But so far, so good. They're up by 10.
That's too high. Easily taken by Makatuno.
Pineda. Galang picks it up. Nepomuceno.
Nepomuceno finds the spot.
There you go. Nice outside hit for Nepomuceno. But then you can't be content to just trade points or exchange points
Serving 13.
with
Lucy by
Adamson.
1 for the Lady
This is what's wrong with
Bulldogs.
NU, at least in this game. They play a good set and then they kind of let go.
Oo. Nagre-relax nga, sabi ni Coach Francis.
Pablo from the back row. That's too long.
Outside hit by Pablo.
Pablo has had her moments, and a lot of them in set number 3. And Coach
Wow.
Vicente napatawag ulit ng timeout.
Yeah.
They can't seem to cut this huge deficit. Let's listen into NU.
Line. Hindi ka nga si superwoman eh.
Alis na, sali na.
Naghahabol tayo, 14-4, tatapon mo yung bola. Ano ba naman yung i-top spin mo, pasok mo lang sa loob? Bakit kailangan gamitan mo ng power? Come on, hindi tayo nagpapasiklaban dito. Ang ginagawa natin, kailangan nating manalo. Hindi ba kayo aware sa score 14-4 at nagre-relax kayo? Saan kayo nagre-relax? Sa departamento ng receive. Nakatayo ka kasi ayaw mong bumaba. Enyo,
Coach Vicente just trying to make the girls realize the gravity of the situation they are
Oo.
in. Parang hindi nga nila
14-4.
napapansin with the way they're playing. Parang paisi-isi nga lang. There is no sense of urgency on the body language
Yeah.
of the Lady Bulldogs. They're down by 10.
For the serve.
Set number 4.
That's how the set should be for Nepomuceno. Nakita mo ang ganda ng distansya. She's gonna have the advantage against Makatuno.